Hello gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video I want to talk to you all more about Tower of Fantasy, specifically the console version. So if you want to stay up to date on all things Tower of Fantasy, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you are new, and let's go ahead and get on into today's topic. So we have a lot of news to talk about when it comes to all things Tower of Fantasy console. All the way from down whether the version is actually going to be separate or not, to when pre-orders start, and to some pre-order bonuses I do want to show you guys here in today's video. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and start with the big question that everyone's been wondering. Will there be crossplay? Will there be cross-save and everything with Tower of Fantasy on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5? The answer is no, and we have official confirmation of that from the official Tower of Fantasy Global Twitter account. They actually tweeted this. It goes to say, "Dear Wanderers, thank you for your support and love for Tower of Fantasy. It's confirmed by Perfect World Company that Tower of Fantasy will be released and operated as a standalone version on the PlayStation platform. More details here." And they leave a website. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below, as well as a link to this tweet so you guys can see it for yourselves, despite me putting it up here on the screen. "Regrettably, the PlayStation version will be an independent journey for Tower of Fantasy. We will do our best to continue to optimize the PC and mobile gaming experience and deliver new and engaging content for you to enjoy." Which, you know, the way they worded that is kind of interesting. You know, like they say we will do our best to continue to optimize PC and mobile, as if PlayStation's like, you know, the new priority and stuff like that. Now, granted, you know, it's a newer version. It's probably going to be like a fresh start for Tower of Fantasy, so I'm sure, you know, it's going to take priority in some cases and in some matters. But I don't know, I just think the way that was worded was also, you know, a little weird. So yeah, you won't have cross-play, you won't have cross-progression. If you're going to be coming over to Tower of Fantasy on console, you will be starting fresh. However, guys, like I said in the previous video, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. As sad as, you know, this can be, a lot of MMOs out there are still like this. Unfortunately, you know, Skyforge, and I know that game pisses me off, but just, you know, an example, still separate on all platforms. Elder Scrolls Online, massive MMO. No crossplay, no cross progression. Neverwinter, really big, another pretty big MMO, despite how some people feel about it. No crossplay, no cross progression. Now, a lot of these games would benefit from it, but I'm just saying they have it. A lot of these games are worse than Tower of Fantasy, and they're not dead. And Tower of Fantasy is actually a solid MMO from what I hear. When this game was, you know, announced, you know, the year before last year, I had even people talking about leaving Final Fantasy 14 for this game. Now, I'm not, you know, trying to start any type of controversial thing over that. I'm just saying, you know, just because it's solo on PlayStation right now doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. You have a whole universe of PS4 and PS5 players. Mind you, there's over 100 million PlayStation 4s in the world. We have 20 plus million PS5s. That's a decent player pool. I'm not saying all 120 plus million of those players are going to play Tower of Fantasy, but I'm just saying that's a good amount of people for an MMO coming to a new platform. And then we don't know what their plans for the future are. Tower of Fantasy console could end up being its own entity. You know, it could end up expanding to Xbox and get crossplay with Xbox or even Switch, you know, because the game does work on mobile. Switch is essentially a beefed up mobile device and stuff like that. I'm just saying, guys, there are other possibilities. Don't be too down and out. Now, the second piece of news we have also got is that pre-orders for Tower of Fantasy console are going to go live on June 20th. Now, while this is good news, unfortunately, we still don't have the prices for these pre-order packs. And I've seen people confused when I announced the news in the community post the other day. Guys, Tower of Fantasy is a free-to-play game. The pre-orders are just for Founders Packs. I disclosed this in the previous video. These Founders Packs will give you an opportunity to get about 2 or 3 days early access. That's all the pre-orders are about in the long run. Tower of Fantasy is going to be a free-to-play title just like it is on PC and mobile. So do not stress that. Don't think it's a retail game you got to buy. That's not the approach that they're going for here with Tower of Fantasy. Also, you can finally wishlist it and follow it in the PlayStation Store if you would prefer to get your news and updates in the PlayStation Store. Show you guys a little picture of that right here, just in case you wanted to see. Now, last but not least, they've gave us a little sneak peek at some exclusive bonuses for PlayStation players, which a lot of this stuff, you know, does look pretty dope. We have a white-tailed meteor jetpack skin, a Move Planes outfit, an icy blue booming race car, which I'm assuming an amount. Now, I'm personally going to try and grab that because me being able to drive around in an MMO in a futuristic Batmobile-looking blue, black, and white car, yeah. Smarty Housekeeper 2nd Gen. I have no clue what that is. I'm assuming Playtime and Game Master. These are like in-game badges for your profile and stuff like that. But you know, they do seem to be offering, you know, some exclusive goodies to go along with their early access or founders packs, whatever they're calling these as well. So you know, I wouldn't be bummed, you know, just because there's a paid early access option out there. The stuff does look pretty cool. I know me personally, I'm excited about it, and I'm definitely going to be, you know, probably grabbing one of these packs. But anyway, guys, like I said, you want to stay up to date on all things Tower of Fantasy. Make sure you like this video. How do you feel about the news you've learned today? Let me know down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like button. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.